Rachel Lang with Wall Glitter, and I'm here to show you an outgoing swap I have for a boo bag swap. This one is through the Facebook group of the Paper Shack swap group, and it's hosted by Anne Locanto, and I'm sending this to Leslie. And this bag at a Dollar General, and wanted to show you this adorable ghost I have attached with a back clip. The back clip is from Tree, and I found this cute little patch at a garage sale through the summer. So we're just gonna clip that back here, and this adorable candy corn paper is something I picked up at Walmart. It's from American Greetings. It was like $2. I couldn't resist once I saw that it was there. So let's dive into what's in the bag. Requirement for this swap was one handmade item, sticker dies, and a treat. And this is one of my handmade items. I did Hey Boo, and with these cute little adorable ghost. This is a banner I made with this ribbon that I found at Michael's this year in 2005. The ghost and the banner is something I found from Cricket Access, and put a little pumpkin in her hand to make it a little more festive, and did glitter dots, glue dots with glitter posted in their eyeballs, you know, just to add that little bling in there. And I found that pink found this pad of paper. It's bling feather boa, and I found this at a rummage sale. So garage sales, rummage sales, you know, it's hard to find great crafts, but you can. I got this 25 pack of paper for $3, I believe. So is what this banner, you know, the back of this banner is made from. And I also was messing with other die cuts from Access and made this layered witch. You know, the pink base is the same pink as the Boo one, so I have that kind of throughout the bag too, just because I was excited about finding it, and it's such a pretty pink, and she's a pink gal. So I will show you the rest pointed downwards, so bear with me. All set up here, and I wanted to show you a few of the things that I got just to make it a special treat bag. We've got the Wicked eyelashes, and they have a little bit of a pink glitter on them. False lashes, glue, and which they call Bond, but pretty much glue for your eyelashes, and a pair of tweezers. And I thought she could use the tweezers afterwards for crafting. So, and you know, you can use the eyelashes to add a bit of whimsy to your projects too, if you want to go that route, or just wear them for the Halloween holidays. And then I found these fabulous nail stickers too. And these are super cute. They're glow in the dark, and they're just, you know, black and white, so they can go over any plain nail, any painted nail. You know, just really super adorable. Just a bunch of jack-o'-lanterns, balloons, spider webs, bats, you know, trick or treat, the words, you know, in a haunted house, you know, so different varieties, you know, just something for her to have play with. And so got her a cute little pack of Micanites. They were cute in the pink box, and I, you know, the price tag was here, but I covered it up with a bat to kind of go over with the whimsy, just like I did for the ghost here, just because the big yellow sticker from the Dollar General, you know, sometimes are distracting from the beauty of it all, and, you know, it just makes it a little bit nicer. And I have been doing an Ollie hauls, you know, and I have some more of that video coming out, or more of the series. But for one of my Ollie's hauls, I found this for $1.99, and it is just super cute. Has like the silver foil for the stars and butterflies and the florals. It has a twilight to it, and then, you know, it's just pretty purples, and I love how they all coordinate and match. And you could use them for different varieties, and it's kind of like spooky purple for Halloween too. I got her that also. And then I'll put this aside. Made these adorable sucker covers, and I hope they stay together while they're you know, being packed away, or, you know, mailed. But this one is kind of needing adjusting. Both of them needed adjusting, but, you know, they're little sucker holders created from the Cricut Access that I had. You can just search in their candy holders or wrappers. But she said that she likes cats, so I got her this. And this pink is from Round Sale, so it goes along with the ghost and the banner too, so, you know, just kind of keeping with that theme. And this file from Cricut Access made quite a few, so I put 2 in her junk journal that I made, and wanted to show you a couple of the ones that I had left. So, and then a little Count Dracula. We have like a wizarding hat, and then an adorable bat, Frankenstein, a little jack-o'-lantern, or a little pumpkin, you know. I might stick that in the fall swap that I have coming up, and then a cute spider web, and a cauldron. So those were super cute and easy to layer up. File was like 14 like pages, but just for all the different variety of colors. And then this is my first time making a box out of Cricut Access or anything really, but it is, I put this Halloween candy label on it and layered it up with that. I, you know, put a little foam tape so it's a little bit 3D on there, and the box just opens up like this. Set of paper that I used was from the I Love Halloween Echo Park. So I just put that there. She said she enjoyed the Echo Park, and the top of this box says eat, drink, and be scary. And I put a couple of candies in here. I also put a Tic Tac box in there and put, you know, future confetti sequence mix container. It's something that I sometimes do, is reuse like gum, the plastic gum containers to reuse for my sentiments, and just hold them in there so they don't hurt. Or this will be a great confetti mix too. I thought it was kind of creative. All of this confetti is used from the scraps that I had from the cutouts, and just the scraps, and they match with everything that I'm going to be doing in this project. So I just kind of, you know, folded them up, kept my hands busy, and did the crinkles myself, and just thought it was creative because I didn't want this to jostle around too bad. And, you know, we can reuse and repurpose when we can. So that is there. And the pad of paper that is the I Love Halloween by Echo Park, and I just really enjoyed seeing the paper from there, and thought that the bat one would be really cute for that. And then used a couple of the stickers for the junk journal. So I used a couple of there. So that was really fun to play with. I've had that one for a year. Finally nice to put it to use. And then The junk journal itself, she said that she liked Doodlebug, and I did not have any Doodlebug before when I first started this project, so I put it on the cover. It's not through the rest of the book, but I used the cute little Doodlebug ephemera sheet, or you know, this cutout pieces, and it's the Hey Pumpkin, and it just is the really, like, I don't know, fuchsia pink one. It's the newest one on the label. I picked it up while doing my shop hop. And the dots are from Doodlebugs, you know, the shape sprinkles. So I had someone in a video that they put these on like the little animal eyes just to make it a little more dimensional. And I kind of liked how the eyes were in this one, so I just used it for the dots on the side. And it says, "Hey, ghoul friend." So, and then I put a couple of stickers in with holding in paper clips. So this is a translucent Happy Halloween one. And then this is the acetone sheet in there. And this whole notebook was made from a Dollar Tree notebook, and it was the 5.5 by 3 are the sheets that I put in here, this shape. And the video that I got this idea from had a notebook like this, but it was actually an index card spiral notebook, but I could not find any of those. I went to like 4 different stores and couldn't find them. So I ended up going with the regular notebook, and I started out by taking a couple of the pages out, and I'll use this for stuffing or mailing stuff or writing notes around the house, but I end up taking a lot out, so there's only really 15 sheets in the notebook. And then I started out by gluing the two together, which is some liquid, you know, white glue, and I glued them together so that they would be a little bit stronger. And then when I went through, I did my best to cover the perforated line with the paper so that it would hold and be a little bit stronger too. So I think it will, it seems to be holding up really well. This is just this Happy Halloween, and we have an owl from the Simple Stories pack, Bits and Pieces, and it's the spooky theme series that is more recent. You know, I used a lot of these as gifts and ephemera to put in here, cut out. I put the I Love Halloween because that's the paper I used on here, and it's just nice to use those little tidbits in places when you can go. And then it says, "Boo Boo Halloween, Happy Halloween. Have a scary Boo Boo Halloween," pardon me. And then this goes from the Simply Stories. I gave her a couple of the candy corns with the bling bling because I love the glitter. And we have, you know, the paper is from this pack that I bought from Hobby Lobby. Oh, 10 years ago. I'm not sure, but it's been quite a bit. What I really liked about this pack was that the paper wasn't that really thin stuff, that it's a little bit of a cardstock feel. It's probably 40 pounds, so not quite the, you know, normal one. But let me pull you up and flip through it, and you'll be able to see a lot of these patterns throughout the entire journal. So, and then about the same time, it's matching, so I got these 12 long strips of paper for scrapbooking, and I use them along the edges, like down here too. So, and then I put a couple more ephemera pieces, and a little witch's hat, and a witch flying on a broom, and a cat. you know, all of these cute little things in this pocket. I'll link the video below to show you how this was made, but it was super easy. We have like a Starry Night, and then I put the balloon in from the Simple Stories pack. The Boo is also from the I Love Halloween. So it's pretty much 3 different collaborations on papers about where it came from. And then another couple of pockets with some ephemera pieces, some cutout dies, and a little glitter dots down here. They kind of sparkle, which I love. Can't get enough glitter. And then this candy corn pages, I wanted to just keep really simple. She can make it into a Halloween journal. She can make it into more of a junk journal and add more things to it. This is all about the candy. Hip hip hooray. It's a candy day. Trick-or-treating. This little Oscar made when my oldest daughter was 14. She's 14 now. She was like 2 at the time. I made her a Sesame Street birthday, and this was left over from it. And I just thought, hey, it's Halloween. You know, why not just stick it in there? One more thing I made, you know, over a decade that, you know, could fit in here. And then we have a happy spider. It says Hey Boo up here. Another acetone piece she can add more things to. Trick-or-treating. Oh, and then I have a couple of these kind of like ghost Dollar General store. It was a $1 pack, and I just thought, well, I'll use them. You can see that you use quite a few of them in this pack. So, and then the bottom says Halloween, let's get spooky. And I gave her the witch sucker holder so she can, you know, pass it on or give it to a family member. You know, she could put a sucker in there or whatnot. And this is Boo, you know, Boo up here, and then Spooky down here with a couple more ephemera pieces, you know, Boo, and then Eek, and then Cute, and then this was cute. I used it from the Echo Park sticker, and then I also had a matching mummy to put with it, so, you know, adorable. And it says trick-or-treating, and then a couple of, you know, like cartoon boxes about the different creatures from the Hobby Lobby pad. And then I put this cute little dog up there. She says she's a cat person, but I had this and just wanted to stick one in here. And then the cat's like hissing, so I thought that was suited. And then I got put in a cauldron, you know, dye in there. And a couple of circles and, you know, pieces for her to layer up if she wanted to put pictures on or whatnot. You know, she could do that. They just kind of coordinate with the pack. And then it's a haunted house Halloween party. Adorable. Which I really love that. So I'll link the video about where I got the inspiration from. And then I also made her these couple of sprinkle mixes. They are from these tiny little plastic bags that I'll link to and show you from the Amazon. But it's pretty much a tiny, like, hard, you know, like PVC, kind of like a little baggie. It can open up. And I put the sprinkles in there, and then I put a little bit of washi tape, wrapped it around, and then used little jagged scissors to cut the end so it looks like more like candy. So here's another pack. You can tell this is my first one because the tape isn't quite even, but I just thought, well, we'll go with it, you know. And then the baggie can open up here. So, and it's just a cute little idea, and you know, trade the little tidbits and sprinkles. And both of these sprinkles were something that I got on the Shop Hop. I'm going to be doing a video about the Tri-State Shop Hop. It's from Michigan, Ohio, and Indiana. All paper craft brick and mortar stores, but this was one of them that I got, and this was another. So I didn't mix them. I don't have enough like of a collection to start mixing up my own sprinkles, but they were beautiful and simple, and I just thought I would share some of them. So and that is it for the boo bag. So, and I also found this one at the Dollar General. An adorable pastel pink, like kind of Halloween or Summerween kind of thing going on if you wanted to, if you were jumping on the board for that. So, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a very cheerful Halloween this year. Bye-bye.